Hello, I'm Crystal Hutchins. I haven't done a video in a while, but it's winter time in Alaska, the most depressing time of year, which made me start thinking, among other things, about dealing with depression, my experiences with depression most of my life. And I want to say right up top, I cannot stress enough how much diet, getting enough vitamins, especially B12, and exercise can elevate your mood. We just don't realize that we just lose sight of the fact that we are kind of an organic machine. We need certain things. And when we eat food of any type, but especially junk food or food that isn't healthy in any way, we burn out our own vitamin and mineral storages. And if we don't do something to replace that, we feel run down. When we feel run down, it's more difficult to deal with the normal emotions that come with being a human being. And some of those normal emotions that come with being a human being are sadness, frustration, disappointment, anger, anxiety, confusion, irritability. These are natural parts of living in a world that is out of balance. That isn't our fault that the world is out of balance, but it is in our own control to decide how to deal with it. We create our own reality. We manifest everything that happens to us. And besides getting enough vitamins, enough exercise, which oxygenates your body and moves the lymphatic system so you're not sitting in your own stagnation and your negative thoughts that just arise without your control, this is elemental to understand what I'm about to say. It took me most of my life to realize this, and I'd like to pass it on to you. You did not come here without a reason. And if you're not living in your purpose, you're going to have uncomfortable feelings a lot more of the time than if you are living in your purpose. So what is your purpose? Specifically, that's for you to figure out, but generally, everyone's purpose is to be joyful, to live your creative spark, your divine purpose, which is easily found by following your passion. When you find something that makes you feel fulfilled, it could be the simplest thing. It could be smiling at people. It could be drawing or making music or dancing or making movies, acting, writing. You are a creative being no matter who you are. And if you're not using your creativity, you're living in a stagnation that's going to cause depression. So, is it beneficial to you to go around telling everyone you know that you're ugly and you're stupid and you suck and you're depressed and you're suicidal and you feel sorry for yourself and everyone hates you? I've actually never met a person that these things were true for if they just looked a little bit more closely at what they're passionate about and start doing those things. So when you feel bad about yourself, instead of, wallowing in it, what you need to do is get in touch with your creative self. I would wager to say 95% of the songs that have ever been written were because of people who channeled and focused that creative energy when they weren't feeling that great. I mean, why do you think all the sad love songs in the world exist? They're amazing songs written by people who decided to channel that energy into something productive. What if you're not musically inclined? Well, you can probably write. You can write poetry about your feelings. You can share it on your social media, and someone somewhere else that isn't feeling so great might read it and think, oh, I'm not the only one who feels like that. And then in that moment, you have fulfilled your purpose. Your purpose is not to sit around and feel sorry for yourself. You didn't come here against your will. You came here to be. You came here to be the creative spark of the divine mind. You came here for the world. And now that you're here, you owe it to the world to fulfill your purpose. And if you don't do that, you're being selfish. You're being selfish by not using all of your creative talents, especially if you're an amazing, beautiful, talented little girl who has so many things to share, like a beautiful voice, the ability to write songs and play instruments and make movies and write and draw. Chaplin. Okay, I may be talking a little bit to my daughter, but I'm also talking to everyone in the world. You didn't come here to complain. Yeah, things in this world suck. They suck all the time. Everything is not amazing because people are confused, because people are not using their creative power, because people are not doing what they came here to do. They're not following their passion, and they're not living in their purpose, and they're trying to keep up with the Joneses, and they want the next best thing. They want the updated phone and the newest computer and the best gaming system and the bigger house and the better car. And all of that stuff is pointless. It doesn't bring you happiness. What brings you happiness is following your purpose and using your creativity and doing what you came here to do, which is to be the eyes and the hands and the mind of the entire mind of the universe that has no other need than creative expression. You can't do anything wrong here. You're here to experience. And the things in this experience that will fulfill you are helping other people and inspiring other people. So if you're going through hard times right now and you're depressed about something, or you're hurting, or you're grieving, or you're suffering from illness, any of these kinds of things that we think of as negative, spin it. Like, you need this experience because you're going to be able to share it with someone else who needs you in the future. You're not going through things just for no reason. Everything has a purpose. I'm 40 years old. I'm still experiencing. I'm still making mistakes. I'm still learning. I'm still having what people would call negative experiences sometimes. But when I look at what they actually are, it's really powerful. I mean, we don't think about the fact that our time could be up in a week. This could be our last week. This could be our last 5 minutes. This experience is here for us to just suck the marrow out of, not complain about, not just accept defeat or sorrow or sit around and just wallow in misery, when just a walk outside can produce like 25 miracles in 15 minutes. If you notice them, if you pay attention, if you realize how magical this place is, how it's been created just for us to explore and discover and create from, you're amazing. Do something with that. You owe it to all of us. Thank you in advance. See you next time.